ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí, ojoojúmọ́ ni màá ṣọpẹ́ fún ìfẹ́ tèmi. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi olólùfẹ́ mi, ọpẹ́ ló yẹ mí. Diamond girl, African baby, ọpẹ́ ló.
Hi guys.
Hey people.
How are you doing?
Hope you're good. Hope you're well.
Good to see you.
Welcome back to the channel. Where have you been? Okay, we miss you guys. Hope you miss us too. But we are here now, back like we never left.
Come on.
Back like we never left. How
Back
are you
like
doing?
pack. There's some things that maybe we need to do a video about that. There's some things that Ayo does that I don't understand. If I say back, he'll say back like pack. If I say I did, he say you did like dilly. Like
No, that like pack stuff. Let's stop saying that, because that. Do you know what it means?
no, because I just followed my husband as the lead. And I saw Ananias and Sophia follow each other. What does it mean?
But I don't say that anymore.
No, but yeah, I associate with, I've never heard it from anyone else.
Yeah, that's because it was just a flow.
Will you tell me offline what it means? Is it rude?
It's not rude, but I'll tell you offline. But I think some people might understand. Well, it's not everything, but it's just, yeah, it's not. It's just referring to.
Is it a uni-like thing?
No, it's a two-pack thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. But now we've given our lives.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Okay, if you're new to the channel, I go by the name Ayo,
And I am Ope.
and together we are called.
Ayope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you greetings, okay, good tidings. All we do on here is just literally give you good vibes, okay? We share some
true.
good nuggets for your
That's
relationship,
true.
for your marriage, okay? We laugh a lot because I'm married to my best friend. And one of the things that we emphasize in all of our videos is marry your friend, okay?
You get why.
You get why.
You get why.
Friendship is very important in marriage. Okay, so good to be here again with you, baby. Okay, as usual, you're looking good. As usual, I'm doing a good job, if I do say so myself.
Okay. Compliment yourself while complimenting me. Is that the way it's supposed to
My
be?
brother, I mean my sister.
That's another thing that Ayo does. He'd be like, my brother. I'm not your bro.
No, lately I've been calling you my sister.
No, you've been saying my brother.
Yeah, are you not my bro? That's what I'm saying now. If you're my guy, you're my bro.
Who's your guy?
You know what I mean? So, what are we doing today? Let us dive straight into it, guys. Okay, so yeah, we are certified marriage and relationship coaches. So we just come here to do, some coaching and sharing. And we love sharing stories. So we talk a lot about our experiences and our own story. Okay, if that's something that interests you, subscribe.
Now.
All right. Click that subscribe button, okay, so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. We drop new videos every week, ladies and gentlemen. We started the Love Lasting pod, earlier this year as well. All right, and so we're releasing those pod series as well. So make sure you watch, okay, the last episode. I think we've done about 3 or 4 now. So go and watch all of our Love Lasting pod
And even go
episodes.
watch our old content as well.
Our old content.
The thing about our old, I can't even call it old because it's still very relevant to today. And I think it's funny because when I see some comments and people say I'm a new subscriber, like I did a video on Instagram and people were like, I didn't know you could dance. I was like, if you watch our old videos, you know that I like to dance.
You know that I actually taught this woman how to dance. Like, you know that I'm actually her mentor.
I told Ayo, yeah, that he's still on Azonto. Awati Lossi, I'm a piano. You're still on Azonto. The world has changed.
Come on, please. The
world has changed.
What is Azonto? I don't do such.
Even Mickey will be like, Daddy, what's that? He's like, don't you people know Azonto? Don't you people know?
You're such a liar. So guys, as you can see, this is us. So let us dive into what we have today, guys. Subscribe, and then if you need coaching, make sure you reach out to us. Coaching at ayokbedavis.com. You need counseling at ayokbedavis.com. Okay. So let us dive into what we have today. We're starting a new series.
Ooh, you see, yeah. Maybe that's the first problem. You can't do your face like that. You have to give it.
No, you be doing tongue. You be doing tongue. Excuse me, you're still a learner. Please give us the new series. What's the name of our new series?
The name of our new series is called Back to Basics.
Back to Basics.
Why do I feel like that was like an album cover for like Shino Peters or Yinka Ayefele? Back to Basics.
Where did this?
Back to Base. No. It was Asoekie. Back to Base.
Yeah. Who's Asoekie?
You don't know? Weko uye.
Okay. Sorry, no vex. And funny enough, I think that just leads into what we want to talk about.
Actually, it really does.
You know,
it really does. Like,
so go on then.
Today, so like we said, this series is called Back to Basics, where we're going to be touching on different topics, different, I'll say, foundational topics that as someone who's in a relationship, in important relationship, and a relationship which you want to take to the next level, that is marriage, you got to have these discussions.
You got to have these conversations, and also it will help married couples as well.
Yes.
In fact, our first part of the series, what are we talking about? We're talking about cultural differences in marriage. Okay, cultural differences in marriage. So we're just going to share with you, you know, some of our experience and our thoughts around those. And you know, if possible, if we have time, we'll also drop 1 or 2 nuggets for you. Okay. So again, this, what do you call him?
Asoekie.
So that was not my type of sound. Talking about.
No, but the thing, I don't know, what are you talking about? That was not my type of sound. Is he Nigerian? Yes, he is.
Yeah, but it was just not my type of sound at the time.
Okay. So okay, let's take it back.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, both me and Ayo are Nigerian.
No. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Because we're talking about back to the basics, right? So yes, Okweyemi, my wife, is, because you say you're Nigerian, okay?
Don't try anything, because I'm just as Nigerian as you. I am just as Nigerian as you.
Let me finish now. So Okweyemi, you're Nigerian, but I feel like you are British Nigerian.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. So Okweyemi is
or
British
Nigerian British.
No. You're British Nigerian.
Nigerian British, because when people ask me where are you from, I say I'm from Nigeria, but I was born in the UK. So I count myself, baby, I've told you this so many times. My passport may be red or black, but my blood is green.
So your blood is green. Congratulations. My own blood is red. No bad. So
okay.
What I'm saying is, when I say you're British Nigerian, I say you're British Nigerian because you grew up, you were born here. Okay.
Yeah.
So Okweyemi was born here in the UK.
Accepted.
Right. Good. I was born in Nigeria. So Okweyemi was British, born British, and is also Nigerian. I am born Nigerian and I am also British. Does that make sense? So I feel like I am Nigerian British and you're British Nigerian. Okay. Is that making sense? So when we now talk about cultural differences, right? So if we talk about back to the basics and going back to the Genesis, right from time, okay, I think at the point where I knew that, okay, I want to, you know, get married or be in a serious relationship and actually be with a wife, right? I began to...
As opposed to what? Be with a wife.
I was supposed to be with a non-wife now.
Okay.
Because it's possible for a guy to be with somebody and you know that this is not my wife. You know, we're just talking, or we're just, you know, having fun.
User wayo.
No. That was not. I didn't do all those user wayo.
Antenna. I told you.
So at the time where I felt like I am about to, you know, get into this committed relationship, I obviously had my preferences. And one of the things that I was looking for was a Nigerian woman.
Shalewa from Isaleko.
So I was actually looking for a Nigerian woman because I understand the role of differences and how differences in culture, right, actually play a huge part of any relationship. And I understood that navigating a relationship, right, with a totally different culture would even be more difficult. So like any relationship already, there's cultural differences because there's differences in how you're even raised at home. Okay, so for me it was very key, and I'll say something very important, right? Because you know I always say that I used to want, when you talk about your spec, so I used to want my spec was, you know, light skin babe. Okay. So, so I wanted like a light skinned woman, like, and so there was this girl I was seeing right at some point in my dating journey, okay, who was, you know, mixed race, you know, and so she was light skinned. She was partly from Nigeria, but partly German, you know, somewhere else. So she was very light skinned and mixed race. And I remember one time where so she comes into a room to say hello to me, but she completely ignores everyone else in the room. Right? She didn't say hi to my friends. Okay. And I remember, so I felt like, you know, say hi to these guys, you know, like, you know, that's because they had also raised it that this your babe, she know the greet person, like, does she not greet? Do you understand? And just that alone was a culture thing, because from where I'm from, you greet.
Oh, Nigerians love a good greet.
Do you understand?
Nigerians love a good greeting. Sorry, baby, let me just cut you, because when I went to Lagos, that's one thing that I noticed as well. Just like, you enter the shop, the woman might be screwing you, good afternoon, ma. Good morning, ma. As long as that greeting is there, yeah, they're happy.
And it's actually a culture thing, right? You go to France or you go somewhere to another Western culture and you see that things are different, right? So I don't even know about other African cultures, but I know that it's actually a Nigerian culture.
Even at work, you can go into the workplace and nobody will say good morning.
Exactly.
And it's like, did you send that email last? There was no good morning.
Like,
nothing.
Greet me first now. Even say how are you? Do you understand?
Yeah.
But it is totally different.
Yeah.
So I realized that, you know, those are some of the, amongst many other differences, those are some of the differences that I realized that this one cannot be, you know, like, because there's too many differences now, right? I don't think I can actually be in a relationship with this girl.
So it's not by light skin. It's not by light skin.
Do you understand? Well, you get the gist.
I get the gist. I get the gist.
Now, if you now bring it to us now, you're British Nigerian and I'm Nigerian British, but okay, why are you doing you now? I don't understand. Okay, you're British Nigerian and I'm Nigerian.
You're Nigerian with a British passport.
Okay, I'm Nigerian.
Better.
Okay, so I'm Nigerian and I don't know how it's doing you. So I'm Nigerian, right? But we could also see the cultural differences, okay, in our marriage.
Definitely. But it's funny you say that, because in the beginning I remember growing up, like obviously when I was like going to uni and I was a bit more exposed, even from like 16, and you know, people were like, don't date freshies. So who were freshies? Like guys, so usually black guys who were, and freshies were always related to the African guys. It was never the Caribbean guys. That is to say, fresh off the boat. We'd even call them uncles. They'll be the same age as us, but we'll call them uncles because we were like, so even me growing up, I was like,
But no, you call them uncles because they actually give uncle vibes.
Thank you. So by the time I got to 19, 20, I was like, I'm looking for uncle. Now uncle I want as a husband, because the vibe was uncles, freshies, knew how to take care of a woman.
Knew how to take care. Okay.
Like we didn't want the in-it boys. That's what we call them, in-it boys.
You didn't want the in-it boys.
As in it. Yeah, fam.
Because the in-it boys, the way the in-it boys will treat their woman was different from how the uncles or the freshies would treat that. So I don't understand. Was I an uncle?
You were a freshie.
I was not a freshie like
my
that.
friends thought you were a freshie, but they thought you were a cool freshie.
That's it.
Like, because you had an accent. I actually had an accent.
I have my Nigerian accent now.
Yeah.
But I don't have that. You know, there's that accent that is very conk, like a conk Yoruba accent or a conk Igbo accent. I don't have any of that.
But you had like you didn't have a British accent.
Why would I have it? Up to now, do I have a British accent?
Now they rub off.
Because the funny thing
is I don't lose my British accent.
You know, I always say that one of the things that I loved about you was just your accent. Like, sometimes I'll just call Okwemi, and that's why I like sleeping off on the phone with Okwemi, because I'll call, we'll talk. I just want to hear your voice. I just want to hear that accent.
No, Nene, you don't sleep.
It was so romantic.
Like it's not. Yeah, but anyway.
So I wasn't an uncle.
No, because uncle is age of an uncle, like an older guy. Because that was
a lot of the time, sometimes it was not like he was an older guy, but the way he would relate, the way
vibe,
he would talk, the way he would act.
But again,
was like
it's all
uncle
perspective
vibes.
because some people run away from uncles. And some nowadays they run away from uncles and friends. So it's just what you've been through at that time. Just like you would have thought, I don't want to
So I feel like as you grow older,
and
as you become wiser, you know, as you become clearer and you gain clarity, and this is why a lot of the time where we say, okay, age is nothing but a number, but your thinking at 19 or 20 is different from your thinking at 25. Because as at the time you're 25, there are certain things that you have, you know, gone through, right? You now understand a bit more about life, especially coming out from uni and then going into the marketplace. Do you understand? Fending for yourself, doing things by yourself. You know, it's a totally different perspective. Okay, but that's a separate conversation. Now, so coming back to those cultural differences, right? So there were differences in how, even though you are Nigerian, there were differences in
whether or not you say it, I'm Nigerian. So.
Well, so there were a lot of differences, isn't it, that we had to deal with, okay, during our dating season, as well as, you know, in our marriage.
Of course.
Okay, because I grew up in a typical African home. Living in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria.
Nigeria OT, like.
Nigeria OT, like. So I grew up in a family where my dad, right, I never saw my dad doing dishes. Do you understand? I never saw my dad doing any house chores. I never saw my dad carrying his own plate. Like, he was always served food. Do you understand? So that is the sort of mindset that I had. That, oh wow! In fact, that was even one of my one of my dreams. One of my dreams was that when I get married,
you have
let me share this.
5 meats.
Oh, how did you know?
You
one of my dreams.
And your mom told me as well. You guys used to say that.
One of my dreams was, when I get married, I'm gonna be served just like my daddy, like a king. My daddy was never served in one plate. He was served in like 6 plates, 6 dishes, right? So what that meant is that stew is in one dish, the vegetable in another dish, you have fruits in another one, then you have chicken somewhere, then you have beef somewhere, then you have his plate, then he always used a fork and knife. Like, there was just a way that he was served. And then I would see how he was given like 6-7 pieces of meat, and then he would just choose whatever he wants and all that. He was served like a king.
And not finish it.
Alright, he never finished it. And then meanwhile, obviously I was just there as a child. I was only served one meat, sometimes half meat. Okay. You know those meats that, you know, they're so small that it looks like it's half. So we ate whole meats in my house. Okay, we're not poor like that. But so I just had my small meat there, and then I always imagine that when I grow up, I must have plenty of meat. I must be served like that in plenty of dishes.
Because what it was to you was the attention, the focus, everything was on dad.
Everything.
So it gave that aura of
like, no, like you should see it. Like, it was amazing. Like, he comes back, you know, and everything. Food is ready. The question from my mom is, what do you want to eat? Are you ready now? And then my dad would be like, okay, dear, or, you know, give me some time, or let me shower first. Do you understand? But immediately as it comes, food is there, he just needs to open it and sit down. Anyway, so I had that mindset. Do you understand? Meanwhile, you had a different culture and a different setup as well.
Right? So when my mom and dad still, so like even to this day, my mom still serves my dad, but my dad can get, like, he will take his own plate. I don't know, but I think that has come since they've gotten older. So I feel like my dad is like, it's just me and this woman now. There's no children to send on errand. So he will get up and do it himself. But growing up, yes, I did not see as much as that, because everyone was in and out.
Everyone is in and out. Everyone is working.
Doing their
all hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
I feel like in the UK, right, and any couple that has moved from Nigeria here, already that's something that you have to deal with, because in Nigeria where you have help, in Nigeria where you have people doing all of these things for you, here, you know, you're not going to employ a driver. Everybody is driving by themselves, unless you're a billionaire or a millionaire. Do you understand? Where you can actually pay somebody £100,000 to drive you, right? And where are you going? So everybody, you know, the average person that lives here is driving itself. So all hands are on deck.
Yeah.
As against, you know, where I'm from, where
you got different people, you can employ them.
Do you understand? And this is why, talking about some of those things, this is why when we initially got married, and why it is always a trigger point for me and you never understood, was because the times where you made the mistake of giving me one piece of meat, I would actually get angry. I would actually get upset. Like,
I'll be like, isn't there no meat in this house? I'll be
can't you serve me? Like,
but why do you need more than one meat?
Exactly. And but it came from my trauma.
Not trauma. Not trauma. Oh my God.
It's trauma now. I wanted more meat.
Oh my God.
But they said you're not allowed.
No.
They said I was not allowed to eat more meat.
Oh baby. Oh bless you.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I totally understand that.
If when you give me one meat now.
No, but baby, it's now at the stage where even when I give Ayo 2 meats here, he'll be like, this is the first. He looks at the meat, he says, baby, this looks like half meat. Like, it's bony. Can I have more meat? But to me, I'm like, how much? Like, why do you need that much meat? And I know you're not a foodie. That's the thing. That's what what pains me out of all of it. You're not a foodie.
So it was just a thing. Do you understand? And I remember when we were dating, where you actually gave me rice with no meat. I think that was one of our biggest arguments ever.
And because I feel like, because you still talk about it to this day.
We talk about it because it was painful. I feel like, am I not worthy to be served meat? All my life as a child, I suffered with only having one or half meat, and now I am now graduating or being downgraded to no meat. And I actually took it up when you're like,
oh no, I was really upset. He was really, really upset.
But then again,
meanwhile, my intention was like, if you're having spaghetti bolognese, sorry guys, do you need meat by the side? If you're having spaghetti bolognese,
if you are living in Nigeria, you need meat by the side.
But if you're having lasagna, do you need meat by the side? As in stewed meat. I would like asun, like he'll have asun with spaghetti bolognese. Like, no guys, think about it. Think about it. Sometimes I'll even do a roast, like roast chicken. I'll be like, any meat. This is the meat, bruv. It's a roast. This is the meat.
So we dealt with, and to be honest, we're still dealing with.
Oh, we are, yeah, but we understand each other more.
Some of these differences, okay. So it's very key. Like, before you actually go and pick a spouse, before you choose your forever partner, right? Consider some of these things, because a lot of people feel like, okay, we're in love and that's all that matters. And yeah, that does play a huge role into that, but there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of compromise, there's a lot of sacrifice, there's a lot of learning.
Yeah, even learning about the culture. So with us, there's still things that we had to learn, and we're both, I'm Nigerian, I was Nigerian, we're both Yoruba, but you know, little things like, I don't know, let me think. Like, okay, like in Nigeria, the left hand, right hand is a big thing.
Oh yeah, huge. And I feel like you were even still making the mistake.
Yeah, like just and it's not like I'm left-handed or anything, but I just couldn't understand the big deal.
Yeah, like,
but it is a big deal.
Yeah, it's your left hand or giving something with your left hand.
Explain it actually, baby, because I don't.
Yeah, so the culture is literally in Nigeria, and I don't know if it's not African, it's Nigeria. You shouldn't give, especially an older person, but it even gets to the point where you shouldn't even give anyone, older or younger, right, anything with your left hand, or take something with your left hand. Okay, someone is giving you something, you want to accept something, you want to collect something, a pair of keys, a gift, a pen, and you use a left hand, it is seen as disrespectful. Okay, so imagine something as little as that now, where one husband and one wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, you're introducing to your family or introducing to your friends, and somebody comes and is collecting stuff with your left hand. Already that's an issue. Do you understand? Now that girl, let's imagine it's the girl who is being introduced, and she's like, okay, nice to meet you, and they're like, come take my phone, put your number, and then she collects the phone with the left hand, and then she's told off. Now she can make the decision to learn that culture. Yeah. Right? To say, okay, this is my husband's culture or my fiance's culture.
Let me adjust.
I'm going to adjust. Or she can say, that is not my own culture.
Take me as I am.
I don't see it as a big deal. You have to take me as I am, okay? And as little as that seems, that could be a fundamental problem in that union, in that marriage.
100%. 100%.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So many things to take into consideration. So when you're thinking like me, that's why I looked at it. I was like, I need to get married to a Nigerian, and she must be Yoruba. Okay, and that is not because I am tribalistic.
Because now that
let me just make that very clear. Go on, say what do you want to say?
Because I was gonna say, even the kneeling down thing, I didn't know. So when I had quite a few Igbo friends at uni, and when their parents came, I knelt down, and they were like, "Why are you doing that?" I didn't know that Igbos didn't do that kneeling down thing. And that's within Nigeria. So this kneeling down thing is, I think it's a Yoruba thing.
It's a Yoruba thing, yeah, because Igbos don't kneel down.
Yeah.
And that is
and it doesn't mean they're disrespectful.
Not at all. Not in any way, shape or form, right? So the Yoruba culture is that you see someone older than you, you greet by kneeling down, right? That is a sign of respect. Or you dobale as a guy. What's dobale again?
Prostrate.
You prostrate.
That's why I said that you are Nigerian with a British passport.
No, you were going to say it now, but it now skipped my mind. Because I was now thinking of something. I was thinking of prostate. So so you greet, okay? That is a sign of reverence, a sign of honor, a sign of respect, okay? Now somebody from a different culture, right, may not be willing to do that because they feel like it is not
because they value their knees.
Or maybe they value their needs. Is this making sense, guys? So I feel like, we're going to dive into this a bit more, right? To actually talk about strategies, because we feel like we need to help couples or people who are currently in that stage where you have separate different cultures, okay? And culture is beautiful.
Culture is beautiful.
Oh, culture is so beautiful.
So it just makes the vibe richer.
So much richer, right? So we'd actually dive into how to navigate those cultural differences, okay? So with us, it was not major. We had some minor differences, right? But we're where we are, right? But we've spoken to a few couples and we've seen so much, right? That we want to deep dive into that to help couples, right? Navigate those differences so that you can still have oneness. Because you cannot have oneness in marriage where these differences are dividing you, right? So you must not allow your differences to divide you, because there's beauty. There's beauty in those differences, and there's beauty in those cultures.
Just like how I can dance and you can't. We're different. We're just different. Doesn't take away from how much I love him. Doesn't make him less of a person.
I don't know why you think anyways, they try. So again, we're leaving you with this, right? So as you're thinking about who you're getting, that's for those who are not yet married, right? You're thinking about, okay, who should I marry? This type of person. This is something to actually consider, because even in that same culture, in the same country like Nigeria, there's differences in the different tribes. In the same Africa, right? Ghanaian now can marry Nigerian. There's a lot of Ghanaian culture that the Nigerian person needs to learn, or the Nigerian culture that the Ghanaian needs to learn. Okay, example is Moses Bliss now. Okay, amazing wedding, beautiful couple. Do you understand? But there's different cultures, even though they're both African, right? Ghanaians do things a certain way, Nigerians do things a certain way. But for there to be harmony, in that marriage, there needs to be a lot of work to make that sync. Okay, so we'll talk more about that, because if you want to marry from African, you want to go to Asia. Asians, that's another. They have a lot of culture as well. A lot. So one of my friends is Indian and she married Caribbean. He's Caribbean. He's not Jamaican. He is Guyana, one of the Caribbean countries. And seeing their culture blend was so beautiful. But do you know why? Because I noticed they had that common culture of
growing up in the UK. So that was, so even though they were both very cultured Asian girl, very cultured Caribbean guy, they had that unity of something.
Yeah.
Of something, and for them it was the growing up in the UK in the 80s and the 90s. You know, they had the same music, they loved the same music, they had the same passion. But for us, for you guys, it could be the kingdom culture.
Very important, okay? And that's where we're going to dive into. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to talk about the kingdom culture, because that you must find that common ground. And what is going to keep you both grounded, okay, is the kingdom culture.
Yeah.
Very important. And this is why you cannot be unequally yoked. Because yes, you can marry from another tribe.
You can marry from another.
Do you understand?
You can marry from the same tribe, but if you're unequally yoked,
exactly,
it won't work.
The key thing is that you embrace the kingdom culture. So even though you have your cultural differences, your kingdom culture is what will be that common ground that will bring you together. Okay. So in the next part of this series, we're going to dive into that kingdom culture and marriage. Okay. I hope you have been blessed, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If you're new to the channel, once again, make sure you subscribe. If you've not subscribed, click that subscribe button. All right, because this channel will bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
It will.
And don't you just like seeing beautiful faces like this? Even if it's just to come and see fine girl.
Baby, and you're a fine boy as well.
No, seriously, like, I feel like
fine boy, we love Jesus.
Hey, fine girl, we love Jesus. Hey, people will love. That's actually a good song.
It's a jam.
We're a new generation, and I feel like that is, you need to understand the seasons. You need to, anyways, let me not dive into another talk, because we're actually in a new generation, and the place, like, I feel like some of our parents, you know, are actually struggling to embrace these changes, because they feel like things need to still be done in a certain way. The type of songs need, and this is all part of culture.
Our parents have been through a lot. They've seen the changes. They've seen the changes. So it's a lot. It can be overwhelming for them.
It actually can be, and I always wonder how things will be when we two are now grandpa and grand.
So we two will be doing. I was talking to Michaela's children. My dear, come and show me this. What's up? Me too, I'll be
By that time, there won't be what's up. It will be something else. You understand?
You'll be like AI.
We will just be living in the metaverse. It'll be one of those things where, oh yeah, Michaela, what made me lost in metaverse? Joe, please program this phone for metaverse.
Oh god.
So guys, please sign up, okay? Reach out for coaching and all of that good stuff. Okay, send us an email. We're here to help you. You need premarital counseling, we're still taking. Okay, so make sure you reach out to us for your premarital counseling. And if you are in a position where you're dealing with this sort of cultural issues in your marriage, in your relationship, and you need someone to help you navigate, okay, that's also somewhere you can reach out to us for help. All right, let us sing our welcome song to welcome our new subscribers.
We're glad you came. We welcome you. You see. No, let's do that again and follow the beat.
I know they follow
the beat, baby. 1, 6, 7. We're glad you came. We welcome you. Baby, stop. Come on, do this.
Can we sing our welcome song to that welcome song?
Just do this with me.
Do what for you?
Do this with me.
Is that not a worldly dance?
Baby, just do it.
That dance is a worldly dance.
Baby, just do it with me.
5, 6, 7.
We're glad you came, we welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey.
You say, marriage, faith, and life. We are glad you came. We welcome you.
We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey.
You say, marriage, faith, and life. Say, marriage, faith, and lifestyle.
Marriage, faith, and life.
Marriage, faith, and lifestyle.
Marriage, faith,
marriage, faith, and life, say marriage, faith, and life. God bless you guys. We love you,
but God loves you more.
We shall see you in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.